an elderly woman nearly 90 years old, dresses up every Valentine's Day and goes to the train station to wait for her husband, because many years ago he promised he'd be home on Valentine's Day. But 65 years have passed, and he still hasn't returned. Luckily, there's still an old photo of the two of them at the station. Every time she sees his young handsome face, a soft smile appears in her eyes. Her memories take her back to a morning 65 years ago. It was a time of war and constant goodbyes. To keep her from worrying, he promised her that he would return safely by the next Valentine's Day. As the train slowly pulled away, Caroline suddenly remembered she hadn't given him the card she made for protection and peace. She ran toward the train in a panic. Luckily, it hadn't picked up speed yet, and she was able to hand him the card just in time. As she watched his figure disappear into the distance, she had no idea that this goodbye would turn into 65 years of waiting. Every time a warplane flew overhead, she couldn't help but cry. Thankfully, back then, they could still keep in touch through letters. Caroline would always kiss the envelope, leaving a bright lipstick mark as a symbol of love and longing. Weeks later, she finally received a letter from him. She opened it eagerly and found a tiny model airplane inside. He wrote that because the situation was tense, he might not make it back before their baby was born, so he made the model as a gift for the child. Days passed slowly, and the letters stopped coming. The baby was born while Caroline was still filled with anxiety and hope. She hired a photographer to capture the beautiful moment. Then one day, she heard on the radio that the war was ending. Her heart filled with joy. She began counting down the days until his return, but life didn't go as planned. One day, she saw the mailman walking toward her slowly and had a terrible feeling. The letter said her husband's plane hadn't returned after a mission. No one knew if he had survived. He was officially declared missing, but Caroline didn't give up because he had made her a promise that he'd be back on Valentine's Day. From that day on, she began her 65-year wait. The years were long and painful, but she never lost hope. Every Valentine's Day, she went to the station with her grandson, always dressed beautifully, just in case her husband came home. She wanted him to see her at her best. Over time, she became close friends with the station master, who had worked there for 25 years. He deeply admired her.
25 years I've been working here. You haven't been late once.
No, in the 40 years before that.
Meanwhile, her grandson, worried about her age, contacted a major local TV station, hoping the media could help fulfill her wish. The station director sent reporter Susan to look into the full story. On the day of the official interview, Caroline opened up for the first time and showed Susan the only letter she had from her husband. She shared their love story, from how they met to how they fell in love.